her, and I don't really know why I'm making this video. Like, this probably makes me look stupid, but I just want to like go in here and like say my experience with private student loans. This is a really fun chat. I hope you all enjoy. I'm gonna try to make this quick. I've literally made like 13 of these videos and they're all like extremely long, and I want to make it under like 3 minutes. So anyway, flashback, 18-year-old me, all she wanted to do was run at college, okay? Like, she was like in love with running. Like, that was her life, that was me. Anyway, she was recruited by a college coach, small Christian school, had half my tuition paid for each year with running and academics, okay? Mind you, small Christian school tuition is around $30K a year, okay? Which is outrageous, but anyway. Yeah, so I had half the school paid for. So in 4 years, you think, oh, I should only owe $60K at the end of it, okay? Which still is outrageous.
100%. It is outrageous. Imagine being an 18-year-old. Most of us can. And hearing, hey, you're so good at this one thing, you're so good at running, and also your academics are good enough that we're going to cover half of your tuition. Whoa, 50%. That sounds great. And then come to find out you still end up owing like 60 grand after you graduate. That that's how you start out your life. That's how you start out your adulthood, is 60 grand in the hole. Yikes.
But it's better than what it would have been, okay? Mind you, I didn't even run all 4 years and I still had to keep my scholarship. That's a whole other story for a whole other time. Drop a comment, you want to hear about that one. But anyway, so yeah, so I owed, you'd think I'd owe 60K. Well, I graduate, log into my private student loans. Sally Mae, my girl. No, fuck Sally Mae. Don't ever take out a private loan through Sally Mae. Ever. Ever. Unless you want to ruin your life forever. So, don't do it. But anyway, so I log in there. You wanna know how much debt I have? I'm just gonna shock the world right now. Just gonna air my shit out there because I'm an open book. $93,000 is what I owed. Okay, 93K. How does that work, you ask? Compound interest. That's been compounding since I took out the loan, which, little 18-year-old me didn't even know it was a thing because I was an 18-year-old girl. I didn't care about that shit. All I cared about was making new friends and running. Like, that's it. Which, call me naive, call me stupid, whatever you want, because I know there's going to be a few of you out there who are going to think I'm stupid. Sure, call me stupid. I don't care.
Girl, we were all stupid at 18. There's only a small minority of kids at 18 that have a good head on their shoulders. This is why I consider it to be downright predatory, the type of recruitment that we do with 18-year-olds. Last year, they were considered children. Just because they're 18, that number doesn't magically bestow a wealth of knowledge. It is extremely frustrating that we have successfully cultivated a culture in which we have drilled it into children that going to college is one of the most important things that you're going to do. And so you need to study hard and diligently and get into a good college because you need that to make good money. And we don't drill into those same children how much of a financial burden it can be if you make the wrong decision and choose a college that you don't need. An 18-year-old doesn't have the experience to draw on to fully understand what it means to be $95,000 in debt. The experience they have to draw on is, I like hanging out with friends. I do that a ton. And you're telling me that I'm going to go to a place with minimal adult supervision. I get to hang out with my friends every single day. I get to do what I love. I get to go running. And it's the smart thing to do. It's what everyone does. You go to college, you get a bachelor's degree. It's heartbreaking.
My parents took care of all my loan stuff, and they like warned me. They're like, Carson, you're gonna owe so much when you graduate. Are you sure you wanna do this? I'm like, yeah. Well, little 18-year-old me should have been hit upside the head and told no, because my life is ruined financially right now. But anyway, you wanna know how much my payments are each month on this loan? These loans? $1,100. That's a fucking rent payment for an apartment, a house. That's a rent payment. So that's why I'm still living at home. Okay. I'm also not using my degree right now, but that's a whole story for another time. I'm just a server right now, but I make good money. Like I've made 7 of these loan payments, no help. Like, and still have money to do fun shit every weekend. So yeah. So next time someone has some input on my life, think about next time. Actually, you know what? This is a targeted message, by the way, to certain people. Next time someone wants to say, oh my god, why aren't you using your degree? Like, why are you literally serving? Like, making me feel like I'm a piece of shit for only having a serving job. So anyways, next time you try.
She's speaking to people specifically who had help from their parents to pay off their student loans, which it sounds like she's coming from a place of, I mean, it's obviously a sensitive topic, understandably so. I don't think you have to pigeonhole yourself here. Most people aren't using their college degrees, even if they're working a corporate job or a real job, which is not a thing. If you work and you get money for said work, it's a job. Another way that we fail our youth is by instilling this idea that, oh, go to college, then you'll get a good job, and then there's this expectation that after you have a bachelor's degree in hand, you can just go and get a really good, high paying job. And that is just not the case for most positions. Most positions don't, they want you to have a bachelor's degree, but they also want you to have experience. And if you don't have any experience, it's going to be an entry level position, and they don't pay much. So if what you're saying is, oh my God, I have this giant bill to pay for 4 years of fun that I had, and I also have to pay rent and all the other expenses that come with adulthood, and if I get a really good serving job, I can make more money as a server than I could at an entry level position. Math is math. So forget what anyone else has to say about how you're making money. If you're making by, it doesn't matter.
Come at me. I don't want to fucking hear it. So, sorry, got sidetracked. Anyway, yeah, this is long story short. Don't go through Sally Mae if you want to not have this dark cloud over your head every day of your life. Yeah. One more thing I'd like to add. For anyone in the same situation as me who is going to be in financial ruin for the rest of their life, but they're doing it on their own, I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you because I'm proud of myself. I'm proud of myself. Like, sure, do I want to cry every time I make a student loan payment? Do I want to cry every time I spend money because I know that it's going to be harder to pay my student loan payment this month? Like, yeah, sure. Life's a bitch. But you gotta remember, the Lord provides, and we are baddies, okay? We, like...
Keep calm and remember that the Lord provides, and we are baddies.
This may sound like so cliche, but like, just like going through the struggle, you come out stronger. You do. Because I personally think that I am like, I'm one of the most determined people I know. Like, I don't like show it. Like, a lot of people probably think I'm stupid and naive and dumb for like the lifestyle I live, like the fact that I'm not using my degree, like that I went to college without even knowing what I wanted to do with my life. But at the end of the day, I'm making shit work. I'm determined as fuck to pay this off, and I don't have any help from anyone doing it. So
that is so highly commendable. I can understand why this is a sensitive topic, and like, she's becoming defensive, and I'm sure people have been judgmental towards her. But that is such a heavy weight to carry, and just to swallow it and be determined to get out from under it is highly commendable. My only note is just make sure you're saving for retirement, girl. Even if you're just starting like a little right now, you look really young and you've got time, but if you can just start saving now, you'll be fine, especially with that attitude.
You can come out of that however you know, you can come out of that one way, or you can come out of that a different way. And I'm gonna come out on top because I'm a determined bitch. So, anyway, if you're 18 and you're about to graduate high school and you're gonna go to college, don't go to a small Christian school. Don't do it. It's expensive. It's expensive. It's expensive. You'll meet some of the most judgmental people you've ever met in your life. Like, oh my gosh, like honestly, like this experience was not it for me. But everyone's different. Everyone's different. And I don't want to say I'd trade it for the world because I made some of my bestest friends there. Love you guys. But at the end of the day, it was not.
I did not go to a Christian school. I actually went to a small liberal arts private college. And I am ashamed about how much that cost. It's more than what she mentioned. Thank God I went and I got my associate's degree before I went to that university. So I got a bachelor's degree, but only went there for 2 years. And I did have scholarships, and my mom did help me. And I wish that someone had advised me that that was so unnecessary. I got an economics degree. I could have gotten that at a state school. I think they are still considered like the best school in the state. So maybe you can argue that I got a better education there than I would have otherwise. But my employer didn't care. They just wanted to know that I had a bachelor's degree and that I had a decent GPA. That's it. So unless you are looking to go into some kind of highly specialized field, and the school that you get into and graduate from really does matter, don't do it, girl. Don't do it. Seriously, don't.
For me, and it did indeed ruin my life financially for the time being. So, I either need to marry rich, have him help me pay that off, someone give me a sugar daddy. No, I'm just playing. Actually, I'm gonna do this on my own because, yeah. Anyway, sorry, I gotta stop rambling. Oh my gosh, I'm also literally I'm not an influencer. I don't know why I'm even posting this, but if this can help one 18-year-old girl, then I've done my job. Thank you.
If you are 18 and you're looking into colleges and you don't know what to major in, just find the most cost-effective university, which I understand is a bit of a oxymoron at this point. But even still, there are more cost-effective options versus less. Choose the more cost-effective option. Unfortunately, we do a really poor job of cultivating skill sets among young individuals here in the United States. I think Germany does a much better job at this. They will start testing the youth at stages to see what they are naturally good at so that they have an idea of, what to do with their lives by the time that it becomes their responsibility to start paying for their own lives. But we don't have that luxury here in the United States. So it makes a ton of sense that most kids don't know what they want to do by the time that college comes around. So if that is you, and you understand that you need a bachelor's degree to be successful in the corporate world, then get it. Go to school, study hard, play hard, enjoy that time, that very special time that you will never get again. And yeah, rest easy that you don't have a mountain of debt waiting for you by the time that you graduate.